Hello fellow hunters, JBizHunts here with a video about the most unique weapons in the entire hunter call to wild game. Now, most of us stick to our go-to rifles like the Zarza 308, the Malmer 7mm, or even the 300 Magnum. They're reliable, straightforward, and do exactly what you expect. One ammo type, one weight range, one purpose. But the game also has a handful of very niche weapons. Guns you just don't see in every loadout, yet each of them brings something totally different to the table. They might not be the most popular, but they can make your hunts a lot more fun and sometimes even more efficient. Maybe after this video, you'll rotate one of these unique firearms into your next hunt. Let's dive in. The Grelck Drilling Rifle is one of the most interesting firearms in the entire game. It's basically two weapons in one. You get a side-by-side double-barrel 16-gauge shotgun, plus a third barrel chambered in the 9.3 by 74R rifle cartridge that's really good for classes 5 to 9 for your medium to big game. That means that you can hunt anything from small game all the way up to big game with just one gun. And it's the only gun in the entire game that you can ethically harvest class 1 all the way to class 9 just by switching the ammo types. All you do is hold the reload to swap barrels, and you can start with a rifle shot, then quickly switch back to buckshot or slugs if you got a group of deer sitting right in front of you. It's also one of only 2 guns in the game that you can earn both rifle and shotgun score points. The other being the Mangiafico 410-45 Colt, later on in this list, of course. Yes, it weighs 5 kilograms, which is the heaviest in the game, but it does save you from carrying both a rifle and a shotgun. It's versatile, unique, and a lot of fun to use. Definitely worth a spot in your loadout if you want something different. Another bonus is that it comes with its own scope, so those of you who do not have a shotgun scope, this is a great alternative to unlocking the base game shotgun scope or purchasing the scopes in Crosshairs DLC that has the Hermes scope in it. On the other end of the weight spectrum, the Giddings SSC 410 Coyote is the lightest shotgun in the entire game, weighing just 2 kilograms. It's a folding single-shot shotgun, simple, quick, and super portable, and is also one of the newest rifles in the entire game, coming in the pump, flip, and fire weapon pack. It works with 410 birdshot and the brand new 410 buckshot and slugs, making it surprisingly versatile for a tiny gun. You can cover everything from small birds up to class 5 animals. It might not replace your main shotgun, but if you need something lightweight and reliable in a pinch, this little single shot is perfect. I personally will be equipping this in loadouts on any map that has an upland bird species that need that shot mid-flight, like a ptarmigan, quail, or pheasants. As I tend not to do much of that hunting, it's nice to have an option in case you see something rare or a diamond. Next up is the first handgun on the list, which is the Mangiafico 410-45 Colt, a sleek revolver that doubles as a mini shotgun. Load it with 45 long Colt for species like roe deer or the springbok, or swap to 410 birdshot for birds and small game like rabbits and hares. Like the drilling rifle, this handgun can earn 2 different weapon score points depending on what you're shooting it with. It's compact, versatile, and cool option if you like carrying a sidearm instead of an extra long gun. The issue for this handgun is there are better options for almost anything it does, outside of the fact that it's the lowest weight for what it does. So if you want a lightweight option for birdshot, I think you can sneak this into any loadout and not worry about any other weapon that you want to carry. The Vásquez Cyclone 45 is a unique weapon because it's not a firearm at all, it's an air rifle. Its range is shorter than most rifles, topping out at 100 meters, but it's extremely quiet, which makes it ideal for stealth hunting without spooking everything around you. It's great for small game hunts and can be really fun change of pace compared to blasting away with a high-powered rifle. It covers class 2 to 4 and may not be the best for your great one whitetail grind, but it does hold a lot of opportunity. Since taking one shot doesn't spook the herd, you can use it to stack cash in some instances like Siberian musk deer or roe deer, where you can pick off the entire herd and not worrying about spooking the others. I have 2 more uses for this rifle as the best beaver gun in the game. Beavers are a class 2 species and have usually 10 in a group. You slap down a tripod and you can pick off a bunch to hopefully spawn a rare or a diamond beaver. Now, no one in the community has done this yet, but this gun could make a good red fox grinding gun. Since you have to harvest the pair of the female and male to get respawns, you could silently pick off Mr. and Mrs. Fox without spooking each other and get ethical medal scores as a bonus. The only downfall of this rifle is that although it won't spook at the first shot, it still brings the same amount of hunting pressure as the other rifles. So after the third kill, you can delete the zone, so it's best to use a tripod if you can. The Gandhari rifle is a classic weapon with real historic roots. It's based on the 19th century Nepali breech loader, and in the game it works well for medium to large game. Not only is it powerful, but it also feels like a piece of history when you use it. You can unlock it through missions on Sunderparten, or you can buy it in the game with cash once you've been on the reserve. It's one of those guns that connects you to the heritage of hunting more than just a tool, it's an experience. But here's the catch, you cannot mount a scope to the barrel. This gun uses a flip sight that can zero up and down to adjust your aim, but it's not easy. You still have to aim the tiny bead on a tiny animal if the distance is too far. This gun is a powerhouse and is more akin to a bull in a china shop compared to a sharpshooter like, let's say, the Martinson 6.5, giving up accuracy for penetration. I personally don't use this weapon very often, but it is great for those hunts who want to challenge you and get you close and personal to a special harvest. Finally, the Hudzik 50 Caplock is for hunters who want a real challenge. This Civil War era muzzleloader is slow to reload, and when I say slow, I mean you can leave to make yourself a coffee slow, single shot, and unforgiving if you miss, but incredibly rewarding when you land that perfect shot and a bunch of smoke comes out. It comes with its own Galileo 4x8x32 muzzleloader scope, and while it's not the most practical choice for grinding, it's perfect if you want to test your skill and enjoy the thrill of a traditional hunt. I can see this gun being the rifle of choice to take down a special animal like a huge albino whitetail, or even a great one if you want to really challenge yourself. So, there you have it, 6 of the most unique guns in the entire Hunter Call of the Wild game. They're not your everyday loadout picks, but each one brings something special that can change the way that you approach a hunt, or if you just want to challenge and do something different and see what you can do with some really cool weapons. So, what's the most unique gun you've ever taken out in the Hunter Call of the Wild? Drop your favorite in the comments below. I'd love to hear your stories. Or did you even know that some of these guns existed, that they can do some of these cool niche things? Anyways, thanks for watching, fellow hunters, and as always, happy hunting.